She doesn't cheat because she's evil. She cheats because something inside her died, slowly while everyone else was too busy to notice. She gave-served, smiled, but deep inside, she faded. Not because of hate, but because of neglect. Not because she planned it, but because she was forgotten. And the truth is, by the time she cheats, she's already been gone. This video will not coddle you. It will not flatter you. It will expose the psychological truth. Most people never want to say out loud that a married woman can be loyal on paper, yet emotionally gone in practice. This is the story of how that happens and what you must see before it's too late. This isn't just about her, it's about you and whether you're awake or just existing. Number one, let's talk about emotional starvation. What really makes married women emotionally starve? Emotional starvation is more dangerous than betrayal. It doesn't come in a loud fight. It comes in quiet days in routine, in being reduced to a title, wife, mother, partner. No one asks how she's doing. No one looks her in the eyes with curiosity. She's useful, but no longer alive. In the relationship, she stops dressing the same. She stops initiating touch. She walks into the room, but something's not there anymore. People don't cheat because of one moment. They cheat because they were unseen for too many. Number two, the psychological need for validation. Psychological need for validation and emotional novelty. Validation isn't vanity, it's oxygen to the human spirit. She doesn't crave new bodies, she craves to be seen again. She wants to feel like she matters, like someone notices, not as a helper, not as a schedule manager, as a woman. When she goes out and someone flirts, smiles, lingers in conversation, it awakens a part of her that hasn't breathed in years. You think she's loyal because she comes home, but you don't see the texts. You don't feel the emotional drift. You don't notice how her eyes light up for someone else. Because you thought she's married meant she's secure, but nothing is secure when someone feels forgotten. The invisible identity. Number two, the invisible identity. Death after marriage. People enter marriage with passion and they settle into function. They shift from lovers to teammates, from adventure to logistics, and that slow shift kills something inside her. She once dreamed, now she plans. She once felt excitement. Now she manages expectations. She once felt desired. Now she's depended on. No one took it from her. She gave it up slowly, but that sacrifice comes with a cost. The more she becomes responsible, the less she feels radiant, and the less radiant she feels, the more she looks outward for someone who reminds her of what she used to be. Number three, how routine and indifference. How routine and indifference replace intimacy. It's not the big things that break connection, it's the everyday lack of effort, no compliments, no eye contact, no touch without asking, no checking in unless it's about schedules or bills. You assume everything's fine because she's not yelling. But silence is often the loudest sign of detachment. The truth is, people cheat when they feel like the only part of them that's still alive is the part someone else awakened, and you might not even realise you've been replaced until she stops caring whether you come home or not. Emotional affairs. Number four, emotional affairs. Why they start before physical cheating. People think cheating starts when someone takes their clothes off. No, it starts in conversation, in private, laughs in inside jokes, in secrets kept it. Starts when she texts someone and hides the screen. When she tells you she's just tired but stays up texting for hours, when she suddenly cares about her looks in a way she hasn't in years. But not for you. By the time you find out she's already formed an emotional world without you. And that's far harder to break than lust, because emotional cheating is identity replacement. It's psychological addiction and it feels like connection, even if it's built on lies. Number five, justification loops. How justification loops? The mind bends, morality. People don't cheat unless they give themselves permission. And permission comes through internal justification. She tells herself, I'm not happy, he doesn't care, I gave everything, now it's my turn, he pushed me away. That becomes her script. It's not always true, but it feels true. And that's enough to silence the guilt. So when you finally catch her, she has her story ready. And in her story, you're the villain. You'll try to explain, defend. But she's already rewritten the narrative. Not for you, for herself, because without that story, she can't live with what she did. Number 6, cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, and the I deserve this trap. Cognitive dissonance happens when her values say loyalty, but her actions say betrayal, that inattention must be resolved. So she shifts the values instead of admitting. She crossed the line, she moves the line, I didn't cheat, see, just needed to feel again I'm not hurting him. He stopped caring. First, this is different, it's real. And once she rewires the story, she feels justified. Now, you're not just watching her drift, you're watching her disappear behind a new belief system, one where she's not wrong, just misunderstood, and if you call it out, she calls you controlling. That's how you lose her twice. Once emotionally, then psychologically, stoic, reflection, detachment, awareness, and what you must never ignore. Again, you must stop living in illusion. Stop assuming silence means peace. Stop thinking loyalty lasts without nurturing the moment. You stop being curious about your partner. They become someone else in secret. Start observing, start asking, start noticing the small shifts. If you feel her pulling away, don't beg, don't explode, don't shrink. Stand in clarity. Speak with calm power. Ask the hard questions, set real boundaries. If she's gone, don't chase exit with grace. The strongest response to betrayal is not revenge. It's indifference. It's rebuilding so high she can never reach you again. Most people don't lose love in one night. They lose it every time they avoid the truth, every time they ignore the signs, every time they choose comfort over clarity. You don't protect a relationship by assuming you protect it by seeing what others pretend not to. And if you wake up before she disappears, you can either rebuild the fire or walk away before it burns you. Because in the end, she wasn't prey, she was neglected, she was silent, she was already gone. And the question is, will you wake up or keep pretending? If this video struck a nerve, don't keep it to yourself. Comment below which truth hit you hardest. What have you seen that others ignored? Let's have a real conversation. Subscribe now for brutal truth, emotional clarity and red pill wisdom spoken without fear. Like this video if it gave you the words for what you've always felt. Share this video. Someone out there is one text away from losing everything support. This channel, not for me, for the millions of people still asleep. Let's wake them up.